Now the question is which one? Do you think we're seeing a Fox Ditto, or do you think he's going to pull out his Falco in this case? Earlier it was a Fox Ditto? Okay.
Well, I mean, so we could see that again since it happened before, but also, yeah, it looks like it's happening.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
I was going to say maybe if he felt like...
Maybe he felt like it was a change that needed to happen in order to win the second time. Yep, so grand finals right now. Dexter's coming from loser, Absentpage coming from winners. So if Dexter wants to take this, what changes do you think he needs to make?
I didn't see their winners' sets.
I didn't either, so that's why I asked you. As a player, what changes do you think he needs to make from what we saw earlier?
Yes, that's a start. But in the Fox Ditto, what's going to be important is, one, finding grabs. That's where your big punches are going to come off of. Oh, wow.
One
he missed a ledge dash
SD,
there.
but if you SD
got
land on
caught
Randall.
by Randall. That...
chooses not to even see if he had magnet hands that time.
Yes.
Well, that was a tense moment.
Finding grab conversions. I mean, his edge guards were looking solid in the last set. It's against a different character with more options, but if he's able to get those early kills on Fox, that's big too, because we all know that can happen to Fox. Again.
Okay, he actually has his timings.
No,
Randall. He's counting Randall.
And ledge dashing just to have that security blanket.
It was the same.
Oh man.
Like, it was the same Fox. It was the same thing. I mean, Randall timings are known. Players who know Randall timings, though, scare me.
Yeah.
They actually scare me because Randall, to me, is this unknown entity who decides the flow of a game. And instead, knowing, I want to say it's on 4 and 8.
Yeah,
Randall,
4 and 9 maybe?
4 and 9, yes. Randall moves in and then out.
Yeah, I know the timings, but I don't really pay attention to them in games.
No,
so
I don't.
Maybe that's what separates me from these guys.
And I want to say it's on odd number for the big number of the seconds. So it goes on right and left. I don't know that one.
Wow.
And we spent most of that match talking about Randall.
But yeah, kind of an interesting ending where Dexter...
He shined him into the stage then and did not get attacked on it.
As Absentpage was going out for the edge guard, he got caught by the blip, and he's dead.
Blip dead.
And wasn't expecting it, of course, for attack, but Fox is able to since he gets knocked down by the shine.
And already Dexter's up. So instead of talking about Randall, I'm going to figure out what changes have been made here, because this is a very different set than what we were seeing. Not only was it a 3-0, if what someone was telling you was right, it was a pretty solid 3-0.
And now already Dexter with a game lead and a stock lead.
That was a really brave recovery, going straight down. Doesn't have his pressure on. Absentpage is able to tell, just kicks him out of it, says, nah, no, if you're going to pressure me like that, you're going to have to do it perfect. And that's what Absentpage has been talking to me about recently. I asked him at Tales of Jank was the last big tournament I saw him at. Other than like monthlies, things like that. But at Tales of Jank, I asked him how he felt after he was playing, I want to say it was O'Reilly? No. No, O'Reilly beat Derry. Wrong Panda Boy.
And lost to Derry.
And lost to Derry, but later. I want to say it was Scythe or somebody like that.
Okay.
But I asked him, I was like, so what do you need to do? And he's like, I need to play more perfect. That was his response. And it's not wrong, but I don't know how much it sheds insight into like that match. But I do think it sheds insight into his how he views the game.
Yeah. And I see that a lot with Spaceys where, with other characters you might see them say they need to adapt with maybe better baits or better
this, or they need to play more creatively, or they need to do. But Spacey's like, no, if I do these things right, it will work.
Yeah, it's like I'm making the right decisions. If my pressure's on, if my if my
tech is on, if my inputs are in, like,
then I win.
What about Go? Sago? No, I don't think it was Sago. It might have been.
Ooh, interesting coverage from Absentpage for Dexter's recovery. Puts out a big forward smash hitbox in order to cover him coming up diagonally to the ledge, and is able to react to him not doing that option by just up smashing him. And Fox is at the percent where that just takes care of the stock.
Yeah. That dare carried him all the way down.
Yes.
All right, so we saw a 2-stack game 1 and a 2-stack game 2, but they were for different foxes. I know that Charlie's looking to cement himself. That's what he's really been about. If you go to his Twitter, or like just talk to him. He's actually a really fun guy to talk to. Like he's been tweeting about push more buttons and things like that. He wants to show he is the best in the Midwest, and then he wants to show he's the best in the world. And he's like, that is his only goal.
And that's, a lot of people say that, but that's something that I think anyone who's played with him or watched him play,
actually knows that
Minnesota
what he's
players
trying to do.
He is trying to, and a lot of us know that he's someone that probably has the capability to do it.
If he continues to put in time, effort, and he really I want to see him go back and study even the sets that he won to see where he could have done better, where he could have. Whoa!
Yep. Man,
that was such a. I just wish it had finished with a hit, but that was just a really cool combo.
Although, even though he didn't finish it with a hit, I thought it was cool how when Dexter was up being, he just popped him with a couple lasers.
He's like, you know what? I didn't finish, but I'm going to do the best I can to carry it on.
Yeah, I'll put on some more damage and then still have time to cover your recovery option, because that's what Fox can do and that's what I can do because I'm Absentpage.
Really?
Yeah, his rising dare edge guards. I've seen him using that against Spencer and Fox.
I definitely thought I was going to see a shine, maybe try to backer him into the wall to catch a stage spike.
Yep.
No, rising dare.
And I think that's actually an interesting option, because if you don't
that's
feel,
something I don't see most
feel
foxes
confident
go for.
in your timing on the shine spike yet, you can do that and put him back below you, and then reset up for that shine spike once you feel like you're in a position to get it.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
Hard call out on going for the ledge.
And despite game 1 going to Dexter, where it did seem like it was just kind of like a brawl.
Yep.
It felt very much of we're just hitting each other and seeing what happens. This feels calculated. That was a great Shorten.
And it's actually interesting to see Dexter pick the stage, because Absentpage is someone who can use the space really well.
And as we've shown, all he's trying to do, he's not trying to set up into a kill. He's not trying to set up in anything else. He's just content dumping him off stage. Very solidly, because even off the jab reset, he just went, touched him once, and did a back throw. Really runs it back. What do you think about that?
I'm not sure what his game plan is, but if this is the pick he's most confident with, just losing on it doesn't necessarily mean you have to avoid going back. If he sees things in his play that he can do better, that's good enough reason to run back and give it another try. He's not blaming it on the stage. He's saying, I can make the adaptations, I can punish harder, I can edge guard better, and I'll make it work.
Yeah, but I mean, as we were saying, it often choosing a stage is the sign of a better player. In this case, though, I felt like he was getting smothered. He wasn't really given any chance to breathe by Absentpage, and Dreamland's the biggest stage. It's the best chance he's got.
It's 2-1.
Yep. I don't know. That's the problem, though. If you feel like you're under too much pressure and you're already on Dreamland,
yeah.
What do you do?
That's true.
The stage doesn't matter at that point. You just got to be better. That is the get good mentality at that point.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Does a tomahawk spot dodge? I've seen a lot of empty hops into different options in this game. I've never seen an empty hop spot dodge.
And you know what that is? You're not going to convert off that, but that's purely an option that's saying, I want to figure out what you're going to do.
Oh, exactly. No, I'm not saying it's dumb. I'm just saying I've somehow never seen that
I don't
before.
think I have either.
And I would love to know what insight he got off of it, because it happened so fast. I was shocked at the option that he chose rather than oh, okay, and then he saw this happen.
And I mean,
think he just got shined out of it.
The other reason he may have been doing it was if he was hard calling out a grab, he can spot dodge that grab and then get a big punish.
I think he got shined out of it, and so if that happens, if we see another tomahawk, or if we even see him jump at it, I think the option would be either dare so that he's already in hit stun, and then can follow it up himself or just grab before it comes out.
Yep, or even jump to a spacing where you're right around Fox's shine.
Yep.
Although even that's harder to punish since he can,
or like the
wave
empty
dash
hop
out of
wave
it.
length back.
Yes.
I actually think that might be one of the best options you could do in that situation.
And then you're in another situation where you can scout out what they like to do after that shine. Whether they're going to maybe double shine or wave dash back, wave dash forward.
Did you just see that?
I don't know what I missed.
Oh my god. Do we have a replay of that?
I think we do.
I don't know if anybody else thought that was cool, but I thought that was... So we saw him call out like 4 jabs in a row, just spot dodge, spot dodge, spot dodge, spot dodge, and then shine him, like just barrel him off stage
That's
after
awesome.
that. It was ridiculous.
That's something you don't see a lot. I've actually seen it from Hungrybox probably more than any other top player. We'll do the repeated spot dodges and then
All right,
I guess
we have a replay. So spot dodge, spot dodge. Can we see that from the beginning?
Yeah, yeah.
Spot dodge, spot dodge. There
And
we
then
go.
shine, yeah.
It looked like it was more in a row than that, but it was still the, like, you're going to jab and then you're actually going to just do it again.
And then Charlie actually, after that, followed up with a cool option that I've seen him do a lot where he'll run towards you and just wave dash straight down.
Yep.
Say,
Wave dash
how
down
are, how are you going to
so
deal with
good.
me rushing you down?
Yep. Wave dash down is so good. And that's actually something I know Lucky talks about a lot, is the uses of appearing like you're moving but not are almost as good as actually moving around.
Especially if you wave dash down in a spot where they can't do anything to you, you know?
Yep.
It means they have to go in, they have to retreat.
Because you do have some lag after the wave dash, but if you wave dash forward, you're in lag closer to them. Or if you wave dash back, they often move in, and they try to cover that distance and gain some of that stage back. So if you're just wave dashing down, it is purely a, I want to see what you do about this.
Well, and it's if you wave dash back, you're further away. If you wave dash down in place and they whiff, you know, they swing at you or try to grab.
Swing it and you're right there already.
You're closer,
Yep.
yeah. As long as you're careful about where you wave
No,
dash
I
down, so
love
they're
it
not
as an
gonna hit
option.
you.
I love it as the mental game of seeing, like, okay, it's you and me. I'm just going to do something a little out there and see exactly what you do about it.
Yep.
And if you do anything wrong, I've got you then.